National union is the IABSORIW, the International Association of Bridge, Structural, Ornamental, and Reinforcing Iron Workers. Union members typically earn higher wages than non-union workers, with wage rates varying significantly by region. New York, Chicago, San Francisco, the big cities with active union locals, pay very differently than rural markets in the South. Employment of iron workers is projected to grow 4% from 2024 to 2034, roughly in line with the national average. About 7,000 openings are projected each year, many of them replacing workers who exit the field. That last part matters. The field isn't shrinking, people are just leaving it. We'll get to why. Here's what the money actually looks like. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median annual wage for structural iron and steel workers was $62,700 in May 2024. Reinforcing iron and rebar workers came in at $59,280. Those are the midpoints. Half the workforce earns more, half earns less. The top 10% of iron workers earned more than $96,370 annually, according to BLS data. In major union markets, experienced journeymen can push past that. In New York City, iron worker apprentices start at $30.36 per hour. And with pension, health, and annuity benefits factored in, the total compensation package for a starting apprentice reaches $65.95 per hour. A journeyman at the top of the NYC scale can hit $45 to $50 an hour in base wages alone. Now let's break down how pay is actually structured. Most union iron workers are paid hourly. You don't get a salary. You get paid for hours worked, and hours worked depend on the weather, the project, and the contractor. Apprentices typically start at 50 to 60% of the journeyman rate and receive pay increases throughout the apprenticeship program. A first-year apprentice in a mid-market city might earn $18 to $22 an hour. By year 3 or 4, they're at $28 to $35. When they make journeyman, usually after a 4-year apprenticeship, the rate jumps hard. Non-union iron workers earn less, often significantly less, and their benefits are thinner or non-existent. Entry-level iron workers in non-union settings typically earn $40,000 to $55,000 annually. Certified ironworker welders or foremen can reach $80,000 or more. What affects your paycheck more than almost anything else? Location and union status. A journeyman in rural Mississippi and a journeyman in San Francisco may hold identical skills. The San Francisco worker earns roughly twice as much. Overtime is how six-figure incomes happen, and in commercial construction, overtime is routine. A guy working a hot project in a union city, grinding 55-hour weeks through summer, can clear $110,000 to $120,000 in a single year. After taxes, expenses matter. Work boots run $200 to $400 a year. Tools, gloves, safety gear, another $200. If you're traveling to a project site, hotel, and per diem help, but they're not guaranteed. Health insurance and pension are covered under most union agreements, which is not nothing. The pension is real. It's one of the main reasons guys stay. The alarm goes off at 4:30. Not because the shift starts that early. Most commercial ironwork starts at 7, but there's a commute, usually long. And before you get to the site, you stop. Coffee, a gas station breakfast sandwich. Maybe you sit in the truck for 10 minutes and don't say anything to anyone. By 6:45, you're at the gate. Hard hat, safety harness, steel-toed boots. You scan in, walk through the site, find your foreman. The morning starts with a toolbox talk. OSHA calls it that. 5 minutes where the foreman goes over the day's plan, the hazards, who's working where. Most guys listen with one ear. They've heard it 1,000 times. Then the day begins in earnest. For a structural iron worker, the core task is connecting. You're working with your connector partner, always in pairs when you're in the iron. The crane swings a column up. You're on the existing structure, leaning out, guiding it in. The column has to land on the anchor bolts. Your partner takes one side, you take the other. You drive the bolts with an impact wrench. The beam is now plumbed and temporarily secure. Move to the next one. Sounds straightforward. It isn't. The beam is moving. The wind is pushing it. The crane operator is 10 stories below you and reading your hand signals. Signals you learned in apprenticeship and that have to be precise, because a miscommunication with a 14-ton beam overhead can kill people. Every connection you make is a test of your nerve, your footing, and your communication. The physical load is constant. Ironwork is not ergonomic. You're crouching, reaching, carrying, twisting. Impact wrenches vibrate through your hands and wrists for hours. A bolt bag full of hardware weighs 20 pounds and you carry it all day. By 10 a.m., your forearms are already burning. Lunch is 30 minutes. You eat where you can. On the iron if it's accessible, at a picnic table if the site has one. This is where the culture of a crew becomes visible. There are jokes so dark they'd get you fired anywhere else. There are arguments about baseball that have been going on for 3 years. There are guys who've worked together for a decade who still call each other by their local number instead of their name. The afternoon is heavier than the morning. Your body is already fatigued, but the work doesn't slow down. If you're bolting up, using a spud wrench and an impact gun detention connections, you're on the iron until the foreman calls the day. In commercial construction, that's often 3:30 or 4. In a push, 5 or 6. You climb down, sign out, drive home, eat, sleep, do it again. In winter, add 40 pounds of cold weather gear. In summer, add heat that radiates off the steel until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, like a griddle. Rain means the iron is slippery and work continues anyway because the schedule doesn't move for weather unless it's lightning. Lightning is the one thing that gets you off the iron. The pay is real. So is what the job takes from you. Iron workers experience non-fatal injury rates that are more than 50% higher than the average for all construction occupations combined. The common injuries aren't always dramatic. They're cumulative. Knees go first usually, then wrists and elbows from years of impact, wrench vibration. Lower back issues show up by your mid-40s if you're not disciplined about how you lift and move. The guys who age well in this trade are the ones who treat their bodies like equipment, maintaining them constantly, not just running them into the ground. The fall risk is always there, always. You mitigate it with harnesses, with lanyards, with OSHA-mandated fall protection systems, but you are still on iron, in the air, every day. Among construction occupations, iron workers rank among the highest for fatal fall rates. Most veterans will tell you they've had at least one moment in their career when they understood viscerally that they almost didn't go home. The schedule is brutal in a different way than most people expect. It's not the hours. Many jobs are 40 to 50 hours a week. It's the instability. A project ends. There's a gap before the next one starts. You may go 2 or 3 weeks without work in a slow period. Earnings can sometimes be reduced because of time lost due to bad weather. In seasonal markets, winter can slash your annual income by 15 to 20%. This is why the pension matters. This is why the union hall matters. You need a system around you when the work dries up. The career ceiling is real. Ironwork is a young person's game in the body, but experience matters enormously. Foremen typically earn 15 to 20% more than journeymen. General foremen more than that. Some guys move into inspection, project management, or crane operation as they age. But if you're still doing the same connecting work at 58 that you did at 28, your body will eventually write the resignation letter for you. Most ironworkers know this. The smart ones plan for it. So, is it worth it? This job is right for you if you are physically capable and willing to stay that way. If you want a career with genuine skill ceilings, where getting better at the craft actually pays. If you want to work with your hands and see exactly what you built every day from the street. If you can handle instability between projects and are disciplined enough to save when the money is good. If you want a pension, an actual pension at the end of your working life. And if you can live with the fact that the job carries real risk that no amount of safety protocol completely eliminates. This job will grind you down if you ignore what it does to your body. If you spend your 20s thinking you're invincible on the iron and your 40s paying for it. If you need schedule certainty or year-round consistency. If you have a partner or a family who can't handle the instability, the early mornings, or the phone that might ring from a foreman at any hour. If the height doesn't stop scaring you after the first year, not a little, because a little fear is healthy, but enough to cloud your judgment. Employment is projected to grow steadily, and about 7,000 openings are expected each year, many from workers who exit the field. The trade is not dying. The work is real, and it is not going to be automated away anytime soon. There are no robots connecting iron at 40 stories in the wind. What iron workers build outlasts them by a century. The people walking into a skyscraper in 2080 will be walking through a frame that someone bolted together by hand, at height, on a cold morning with the wind pushing the beam sideways. They won't know his name, but the steel will. For the right person, this is one of the most honest trades in America. The pay is strong. The brotherhood is real. The work matters. So is it worth it? If you know what you're signing up for and you're built for it, yes. Genuinely, yes. Iron workers don't often talk about what they do. The job speaks for itself. In steel, in concrete, in skylines. If you work in the iron, drop your experience in the comments. We read everyone.